Hey guys, Martinkin here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we're going to take a look at the Int Vegeta out of the 50% support units. But just like a lot of these showcases that I've been doing for these guys, I wanted to do this on a team that I thought would be much better for him overall in terms of an actual, like, meta-relevant team, at least to a certain extent, right? There is one unit on here that we probably wouldn't bring that I just kind of wanted to check out and talk about a little bit, but when I showcased these guys on JP, I tried to run him with a bunch of extreme int units, and it wasn't necessarily the best setup for him. So he has a new 200% leader thanks to Saiyan Day, which is of course this new Vegeta. So it's going to be interesting to check him out here, right? We have three other int, well, we actually have more, but three other int characters, so he is going to get his guard. And we do have two other extreme characters because, of course, the leaders of the team, the Vegeta, are extreme. So he will have the potential for the orb change. So mine is 90%. He is full level 10 links. Now, he does not raise defense on super, so I haven't actually put skill orbs on him. I didn't realize he's the only one I haven't done, but he's got 6 additional and then 20 dodge because his super attack effect is greatly raise attack, does supreme damage with a high chance of stunning the enemy. So he does infinitely stack attack, so additionals would be good for him, but he doesn't get any defense on super, so obviously dodging is going to be very beneficial. Now, when it comes to running him on extreme teams, you can run him on the Dokkan Fest Frieza team, who obviously isn't out on global yet, with units like Hirudegarn, who he will be supporting. But in terms of the current global meta, extreme int just kind of sucks, right? Like, there isn't really a good setup for him or for extreme int, really. Like, he supports Hirudegarn, but he's not on his leader skill. So I thought a team like this would be a little bit more interesting, just to see how well he is able to do here. So we're in the Gamma's red zone. Now, this is the unit, of course, that I was talking about that we've kind of brought just to see. I really want to see these guys get an easy A. I feel like this unit could be really, really good with a solid easy A. And, of course, they are a decent link partner for this Vegeta. So they're an interesting unit to bring on the team. But, of course, they're not exactly relevant, shall we say, anymore. So let's see how we get on here. We'll go ahead and not worry about a super for you, so we can get the orbs for Vegeta here in the first slot. We don't have Big Bad Bosses active on this turn, of course, but we have Prodigy's Brutal Beatdown and Saiyan Warrior Race. So we have 400k defense. We do have type advantage as well. I think the Namek Vegeta exchange unit will be fine, at least for the first part here, because we do have the type advantage with them, and then of course the Tech Vegeta himself able to get the additional here. I wonder actually, with the way the unit is named, right, because it's Vegeta / Goku, because of the exchange, that should still count as a unit whose name includes Goku, right? So Vegeta should get the extra attack. I'm not really sure if there is the potential, of course, that he just didn't get the hidden potential. Another thing, of course, is that Vegeta does have the chance to stun on super, so of course, we're actually able to stun Gamma 2 here. 9 million attack stat for this Vegeta. I mean, of course, by today's standards, that's nothing crazy. But I remember this guy being super fun, like when he first came out. So we're going to float off Majin Vegeta here. Of course, we do have the enemy is stunned. So I guess we can actually just go ahead and do this. Grab all the orbs for you. They're not going to get much opportunity to actually deal a bunch of supers to get their build up to carry over to the next turn, because of course I wouldn't be surprised if we kill Gamma 2 here very quickly. The initial super probably doesn't take him out, but it's not going to take much after that. And then of course we get an additional normal. There's an additional super. So I mean, this is a team that is quite interesting, because this team, if you take out the Planet Namek, like Vegeta exchange unit, right? Because we've already got enough int units and extreme units on the team anyway, so he doesn't need to be on here. It was just kind of more of a curiosity thing. But if you take him off here, and then imagine you put on somebody like King Vegeta or something instead, right? Which I think really I probably just should have done, just for some extra links and support for the int Vegeta. But then this guy can actually work very nicely on this team. We've got a decent enough setup here. Now, normally we wouldn't float off the Vegeta himself, but well, actually, yeah, no, let's not do that. Let's get the only downside, of course, is these guys have the same name. So until this Vegeta transforms. I guess we might as well just transform him straight away, right? So transform him, then we don't need to worry about Ki, so we can grab those for you. So now, in the middle slot here, we've got Saiyan Warrior Race, Royal Lineage, and Prodigies. And we can get 9... Yeah, it's 10 orbs. So technically this is 9 int orbs, and int orbs are 70% per orb, but this is 8 int orbs and then 2 rainbows. So we do still end up getting a slight little bit of extra by getting 2 rainbows instead of 1 int orb. So we'll go ahead and do that. It gives us 470k defense. I mean, you can basically see, as we've been looking at these different 50% support units, the ones that aren't getting any sort of carryover stacking defense are the ones that are just obviously not going to be anywhere near as impressive when it comes to the more difficult content. Because even like picking up 10 orbs, like, that's pretty good for an orb changer. But once we start getting more and more difficult content, like 470k defense with no additional raise at all, right? Because he doesn't raise any on super. You know, on global as of right now, he'll be able to tank normals from most bosses, which is pretty good. But obviously big super attacks are still going to be bad for him. The infinitely stacking attack is nice as well. But of course, units that are nukers, even if he gets a bunch of supers off and is stacking that attack, if you then on a follow-up turn only pick up like 3 orbs of him, then obviously he's not going to be doing a particularly crazy attack stat on that turn, right? So also I just realized we have the because we don't have another future ally on the rotation, which is why Trunks and Vegeta were not tanking particularly well in that instance, which is a bit annoying. However, as long as I don't pick up too many orbs here, we are going to get the orb change turn with Vegeta on the next turn, because we are below 50% HP. So if I just go ahead and do this, and then don't pick up any same type orbs here, then we are going to be able to get that turn on the next rotation. So we'll go ahead and do this. With Gamma 1 being sealed, he's not going to be able to do damage to Tech Vegeta here, so yeah, obviously he's going to go crazy. We got the active skill, so we're getting crits. We know we're finishing him off this turn anyway. I mean, there you go, one and done. So now we get the orb change with Vegeta. So let's see what we are going to do here. In fact, who does he actually share the most links with? Is it going to be Martian Vegeta? They have Royal Lineage and Saiyan Warrior Race. And they have Prodigies and... Oh yeah, you lose Royal Lineage to get Super Saiyan, don't you? That's crazy. Okay, so let us go ahead and we will use the active skill here on Gamma 1, I think. And then do a bit of damage to him. And then, let's see, we get the 23 orbs with Int Vegeta. Can we get 6 orbs of Martian Vegeta? Ooh. Depends how these STR orbs drop down, but we should be able to. Okay, good. So Martian Vegeta, of course, getting the 60% support from this Scouter Vegeta. So go ahead and do this. I should have looked at his exact defense number, but we've got the... by getting the 23 orbs, he's going to be rocking around 1 million defense here. And so with the stacking attack effects on top, I wonder what his... oh, that was 591 from a super, damn. But then 19 million on the attack. He's definitely one of the ones that can hit the hardest. And then we get the additional as well, damn. Bear in mind, mine has 6 additional. So he had a 12% chance to get an additional super there. That's crazy. So yeah, that's Gamma 1 just gone, thanks to the active skill from Tech Vegeta and then a double super from Int Vegeta. Now you can see there the major downside, of course, to these guys not having all the ones that don't have any sort of defense raise. Even on the 23 orbs turn, Gamma 2 doing like 200k damage to him, 500, over 500k damage. So, you know, fortunately, we were on a high enough level of HP to survive that, but that's certainly a lot of damage. But we are able to clear away here. I mean, pretty decent run altogether. Like losing that much health is never really ideal, but I mean now we can just go ahead and finish them off here. Use the old Vegeta and Trunks. If we were still like, if the enemy still had a large amount of HP, this would still be a very good turn, right? Because we use their active skill, gives everybody the defensive buff, Unfortunately, the friend not level 10 links, but I should have used their... I always forget I should have used their active skill in slot 1, but that's fine. So we'll go ahead and do this for the Super Saiyans, and then I guess we'll just grab these for you. So there you go. That should be all she wrote for our boy Gamma 2 here, thanks to the transformed friend Vegeta. But yeah, I thought it'd be interesting to show off this Vegeta on a slightly different team build. Like I say, when it comes to Extreme Int, it's kind of like he's in the same position as Hit with the Extreme STR, where if you're trying to build a team around him where you're just bringing a bunch of Extreme Int units, then he's providing the support to them, but he himself is not going to be particularly crazy. And bear in mind, like, you know, the crazy, I mean, it was the 23 orb turn, but that 19 into 20 mil is obviously him on a rotation where he had no big bad bosses active as well, which is another 25% attack and defense. So then we start to talk about some really crazy numbers. But I mean, this is a team, like I say, take out Namek, exchange Goku and Vegeta. We didn't really even get to see them do anything anyway. Take them out and put in like King Vegeta, and then this is a perfectly like competitive team for actual decent events, right? I'm not saying you're going to blitz like, you know, blue Gogeta from the anniversary with no items or anything like that, but this is a perfectly you know, competitive team for some of these more difficult events with the Vegeta. I think actually I didn't give him, has he got a good sticker effect? Let's take a look at his art. He does have the potential, I guess, because he has the aura and the blast. Let's go ahead and put the sticker on him and see how that looks. Okay, yeah, that one is pretty decent. Ones that have the aura or like the key blast effects are usually pretty cool. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of the Scout of Vegeta down below in the comment section. We talked about a little bit with some of the other ones whereabouts they would place kind of in the top 10. I feel like this guy's in the bottom 5, but I mean, just by having big bad bosses and being a Vegeta, that does give him a little bit of extra viability. So he's probably at like 5 or 6, I would say, depending on who you consider to be at number 4. It's probably closer to 6 and then maybe 7, depending on who you'd put above him. But he's not bad. He's definitely not the worst one. But in the longer, more difficult events, that's where he's potentially going to get caught out because he doesn't have any kind of actual defense stacking or anything like that. But he certainly can be a solid unit. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.